Hello there. Tonight there will be a song selected for Eurovision from Czech Republic, and they have five to choose from. I've been reviewing all of these songs on my channel, so if you're interested in taking a look at what I say more in detail about the different songs here, you can find them on my channel. But in this video that I'm recording right now and that you're watching right now, I will be placing these five songs. I hope you can kind of identify what song is what here from the images into the tier list that we have on screen here. Five categories, five songs, well, I'll just get right into it because I think this is a pretty strong selection, but I think there are a few standouts in it because unfortunately I think the song is called Flood by Maela. It's not really my thing, so I'll have to put it in the bottom category because it's simply not for me. I feel like this song is a bit scattered. I guess is kind of my main qualm with it. It's not a very cohesively put together song in my opinion, probably mostly down to production and like sound design and everything. There's like a nice, mellow, very pleasant mood within the song in terms of songwriting. Some nice piano in there, a nice little vocal arrangement at times, but a bit slowly moving forward, and once the energy really picks up, it's not really like I think the sounds that do that have a very convincing delivery in them. I don't think they're processed that well into the whole soundstage. And it just feels kind of like it comes down to a production issue. Um, if it was more polished in terms of production, I would move it up a little bit, but at the same time, it's not a song that really grabs my interest from a songwriting perspective either. It's a bit bare bones, I'd say, and while vocals are pleasant throughout it, while I do like me some mellow, soft little piano, it's not really enough to hook me, I'd say. If it was really supposed to have an impact on me, I would either go incredibly minimalistic with the instrumental and keep it very scaled back to kind of rely on the use of space and emptiness to kind of carry the song forward, or you need to make the instrumental grander and just kind of make it into a more expansive package. Right now, I feel like this is very like lukewarm in its whole delivery and impact. So that's really why I think we have to be off on a little bit of a negative start in in this tier list. I would be surprised if Czech Republic ends up going for this one. To the people who like it, I mean that's completely fine, and I'm happy for you because it I think there are nice things about it. I just think that in a selection like this should not really be the option that they should end up going for. But that's just my opinion. Another song which I don't really think Czech Republic should go for, even though like when I just looked at the lineup, this was the one that I was like, this is the one they should go for. But the song Happy is by an artist I really like, and I think the guitar arrangement in this song is absolutely wonderful. There's a nice structure and flow to the whole song as well. There's sections within the song where the instrumental really kicks up a gear, and I think that this sounds very fulfilling. But my main issue with this song is just this chorus that it has, because it's a very repetitive and monotonous hook that doesn't really offer a lot of interest for me personally. I think it kind of just goes on and doesn't challenge anything melodically. It doesn't really work that well within the instrumental. Like the instrumental has a lot of interesting details within it, and it works in a really fascinating manner, while the vocal just doesn't do any of that because it's just very stale, not too interesting overall, which just kind of feels like when you've listened to the whole song, you feel like, oh, there was some potential in here to actually hook me, but they never really utilized that, and instead I got a 3-minute listening experience that I simply just forgot afterwards because there wasn't a melodically engaging chorus. It was more just a laid-back, chill little listening experience that I'd forget after I've heard it. Wouldn't mind it if it came on, like if I was in a very chill mood or just in time for relaxing or whatever, but it's not something that I would ever write home about or save like that. It's just very middle of the road, and that's why I'll put it in the it's alright category, because I don't think I can put it any higher than that. Now, there are 3 songs in this selection which I think are really, really great. Well, The one that I want to start with talking about is the song Introvert Party Club. It's not my favorite from the selection. It is my third favorite, straight up. But if they end up going for this one, I think it's actually a pretty great alternative. Like the song on its own, it has like one keyword, and that's enjoyable. So I feel like it's very fitting to put in this category. But I would consider it to be somewhat of a great alternative. But maybe I'll be a bit harsh in this video because I think that when you have the two other songs that they have here, then this wouldn't be as great of an alternative, I'd say. Um, it's enjoyable. It's really, really enjoyable. I think this one, it's like such a mood booster for me. I get happy listening to it every time. I think lyrically it's kind of cleverly written, but what really just boosts it up is the vocal delivery, which I think is really, really charming, and the way the instrumental just has this warm, inviting, charming feeling. You know, the more I talk about it, it's a great alternative. It just is. I have a lot of fun listening to this song, and I can put it on at any time and just get happy from listening to it. It has the energy in there. It's upbeat. It's pretty catchy, like melodically. It has a great instrumental behind it with a great instrumentation, I think. Really, just what sells it is, of course, the charm and the delivery of the vocals, I'd say. But it also has like a nice structure throughout. The song never really dies down and doesn't really have a moment where I feel like, oh, we're kind of feeling like we're killing the mood of this right now. It can have like dynamic switch ups throughout, but it's never a song that really takes me out of the listening experience. I still have fun throughout the entire runtime of the song, and that's really what sells this one, I think. Would be a great alternative, but in my opinion, Czech Republic have two opinions with two alternatives, which would be absolutely amazing alternatives. And one of them is called Ghosting, and one of them is called My Sister's Crown. And I know I've already read everything because now, I mean, the final is tonight, and I reviewed these songs kind of like a week ago or something. I know what song is the favorite, and I know that I'm gonna have a what do you call it? A controversial opinion here. But My Sister's Crown is my second favorite from this selection, and I'll get into why the other song is my winner later. But My Sister's Crown is, I think, absolutely phenomenal in every aspect, which just makes it weird that I put it in the great alternative. But that's how good I think this selection is from Czech Republic this year. My Sister's Crown has the grandness, it has the ambiance, the atmosphere of just a hard hitting delivery of a powerhouse of a song, I'd say. The chorus is so massive, especially towards the latter parts of the song when everything comes together. There's this section where the instrumental is broken up for this kind of vocal part to really take over with harmonies and just this massive, expansive soundstage of what do you call it, like of voices basically that are just layered on top of each other. And then when the instrumental really kicks in with this digital percussion, it just feels like such a fulfilling moment, like we really hit the nail, the head of the nail. Is that what you call it? It just feels so fulfilling and complete, and it's just such a great relieving feeling when you listen to it and you feel like everything has come together there at the end. Also, like the energy throughout this song, it's a very intense song. Like it's really addictive, I'd say. Like I can get really hooked by this one straight from the opening, really. But especially like after the first chorus, when it leads into this more, I guess, rap inspired section, that's when the energy really kicks up a gear and gets me really into the rhythm of it, the energy. I feel like the impulses are really just taking over, and it's such a great flow from like the start to the finish. It always feels like it has a purpose in each section, and how each section leads into the next. Very smooth transition work throughout. It just works really, really well. I'd be thrilled if Czech Republic ends up going for this one, but at the same time, I will be a little bit like, I had another song that I really wanted, but this one would be amazing as well. It would definitely be towards the top of my list so far from the selection. I would be probably be a bit torn on what my absolute favorite would be if they went for this one, but I would not be torn at all if Czech Republic ends up going for the song Ghosting by Pam Rabbit, because this has been on repeat on my playlist for, well, the past week. This song just has such a great melody to it. I think is like a main standout part in the chorus is so rhythmically just groovy and has this great backing track as well, just boosting up the energy of it. I feel like this whole distinct and dynamic production quality that this song has, it's punchy, it's snappy, it really just packs an attitude instrumentally, which is then matched by the vocal delivery, which I think is really, really intriguing as well. It has switch ups throughout the song, with the first section, like the first verse being a bit more melodic, leading into the scaled back bridge part, which I think is kind of, I wouldn't say intimate because it doesn't really have that factor. It's more like a creepy, eerie delivery in it, but it's a scaled back instrumental leading into this chorus that really kicks up the gear with the percussion and the bass, which are synced so well, like with the side chaining, and the delivery of this chorus is just really like hard hitting. It has like the snappy attitude that just really works, and the vocal delivery of it is just kind of corresponds with that, I'd say. And then when you kill the first chorus, you play around a little bit rhythmically, like you do break sections, you use pauses in a very effective manner, leading into the second verse, which is more fast paced, not melodically focused, but more rhythmically focused. So there's a new section in the song here, and the song also has like the like it's a short song. Let's face it, it's a very short song, but it does everything it wants to do within that runtime, and it's never like any part of the song feels unnecessary because they've kind of cut out all of that part. The energy is always on top. You can kind of just groove along to it without ever stopping from the very first second, which is just a really, really great feature to have in your song. And I mean, the final chorus, then you just have the first chorus again, I guess, a little bit, but there's this continuation of it as well, which I think is really charming and really upbeat and just lets you kind of nod along to the beat a little bit further, which is just really, really enjoyable for me. I would be so thrilled if this one ends up going to Eurovision because it's been on repeat for my playlist for so long now, and or well, not for so long, but for a week, and it will continue to be, regardless of what happens to it. I think it's such an addictive song, really. It's a song that I would probably like. You could put it on at any time, and you just feel like your head starts nodding along to the beat of it, and that's just such a great part to have. Also, superb production quality. I checked out the live performances of these songs, and like the choreography, the vocal delivery of it, everything just worked. The interaction with camera angles, the backup dancers, it just felt like a perfect package already. And it would be a shame not to have it in Eurovision, but of course they have other strong options as well. So it's understandable if this one doesn't go there. But let's just say that it's a bit of a shame not to have it in the selection when some of the other songs are there from other countries. No names mentioned. But that's my tier list for the Czech selection. Do tell me if yours looks similar or if it's completely different. That would be interesting to know for me. We'll see what national final comes up next for my reviews because there's a lot of songs to get through this week, and I don't know how I'll be able to manage with that. So yeah, we'll find out, I guess. But thank you so much for watching this video. Take care of yourselves until I hopefully see you another time. Until then, bye for now.